I did the unthinkable and I spent over $1,000 on each of these suitcases. Over here I have the Tumi 19 degree aluminum suitcase in the Continental size. And over here we have the Tumi 19 degree aluminum in the International expandable size. So you're probably not gonna see a comparison like this anywhere on YouTube because it's kind of hard to get both of these in the same place. But yeah, I just wanted to do a review of these two pieces of luggage because I probably spent like 15 hours doing research deciding between the Tumi versus the Rimowa. A lot of people were pushing me in the direction of the Rimowa suitcases, but in the end, I decided to actually go for these. And yeah, we'll talk about the reasons why. Anyways, these are not cheap suitcases. I have the tags here. This one is $1,195 and it's 22 by 16.5 by 9 inches. And the weight is 11.7 pounds. So pretty heavy. Over here, this is actually smaller, but it is expandable. And the dimensions are 22 by 14 by 9 inches. But the weight, you guys, is 13.01 pounds. So really, really heavy. And it might not seem like this one is that much more than this one because the difference is like 1.3 pounds. But when you actually hold both of them, this one feels significantly more, dense. In terms of luggage volume, this one comes in at 35 liters, which is pretty good for a carry-on suitcase. And then this one comes in at 33 liters when it's expanded, and I believe 30 or 31 liters when it's, collapsed. So yeah, what drew me to these, you guys, was the overall design. So I'm super in love with how these suitcases look. The name 19 degrees actually comes from the fact that these like grooves in the suitcase are at exactly 19 degrees. And just, this doesn't look like anything else on the market. When I was looking at the Rimowas, yes, those look really nice, but a lot of suitcases out there look very similar to them. And I just wanted something that stood out a little bit. You can also get these in the polybicarbonate plastic material, and those are much lighter and they don't ding as much. With these, when you're using them, try not to check it in because the luggage handlers are going to throw it everywhere, and aluminum suitcases are they're meant to like get dings and scratches and all that stuff, and they ding really, really easily. So yeah, these are, I'd say, better suited for carry-on luggage. And actually for my check-in luggage, I bought a Rimowa Essential, the check-in large size, and that one actually came in the polybicarbonate material. So yeah, with those, I don't care as much about like dinging it and scratching it. So that's why I'd go with that material for check-in luggage. Like I said, it's also much, much lighter. So when you're carrying that much stuff, you don't want a suitcase that's that heavy. Anyways, let me show you guys some of the features of this one. I'll put this on the side just to remove it so it's not all cramped up here, but this is the Continental size. This is probably what I'd say is better for most people since it is lighter and it does store more stuff. You can see it's about 2 inches wider than the other one, which is pretty significant, and it does look quite a bit different. So the cool thing about this one, you guys, is that my favorite thing, at least, is that the handles, they're soft close. Okay, so do you see that? That, you guys, is sick. Now, when I compare this to the Rimowa and aluminum ones, I think most of them don't have this. So when you do this, it just like snaps back and it's really loud. But I did hear that the top of the line ones with like the brown handles, with colored handles, those ones also do that, but I'm not too sure. I just thought that this was a really good touch. Yeah, it just feels super luxurious. It's also wrapped in this like leather material, which is really nice. Come here to the locks, you guys. I really prefer these over the Rimowas because listen to this. So this sounds like a G-Wagon's doors. I don't know if you guys have like heard about that. That's why a lot of people love G-Wagons, but it has a super solid like sound and feel. And you can't feel it on video, but it's like a super satisfying like ding sound. I don't know, it's really, really nice. Over here we have the handle. So this is a 3-way telescopic handle, I believe. It has 3 different positions you can put it at. And compared to Rimowa, this is not as good as theirs because Rimowa's you can set at literally any height. But for this one, it only has some preset heights. Not too big of a deal for me, but in case you guys are considering all the options, that's something to be aware of. This handle I like more than Rimowa's. I feel like Rimowa's handle is weirdly shaped, so it's not very ergonomic for me. This one just feels better, and it's of course wrapped in the leather versus the Rimowa, which is just like plastic or whatever it is. Here is a little tag thing that's covered in leather, and you can bring this to any Tumi store and they're going to be able to, what's it called, embroider it for you? Yeah, personalize it for you for free. They also have a premium version that is a different color that costs $10, $15 per letter, but I'm gonna go with the free option at some point. If you also order this online, you can get that personalization done before it ships, but just know that if you do that, it's not returnable. Overall, the wheels are very nice. They roll really easily. Not as nice as Rimowa's, so I do know that Rimowa's have like spent tons and tons of time like perfecting their wheels. So I'd say that theirs is a little bit better. They also have little shocks on their wheels. These don't have that, but they're still really, really good. As you can see, it's like super smooth. All right, so let me show you guys what the inside of this looks like. So I'm gonna open the locks. Oh, by the way, this is a luggage tag that comes with the luggage. So as you see, when you open it opens up in half on both sides. So it's not like the ones where it's like a tub with a cap on it. This is like the 2 even sides, which I actually don't prefer, but it does look better in my opinion. So you have these zippers here with these mesh dividers. So a lot of space. They have these little straps that allow you to actually compress your clothes. So then we have this side over here too. And yeah, very similar. It comes with the straps, you guys. So I'm going to zip this back up. It also has a zipper here where you have this additional storage compartment. Good to store smaller items, loose items. But yeah, overall it's pretty standard in here. It's nothing too crazy. Overall just really good looking inside. Now I'm gonna show you guys the international expandable one because that one is pretty cool how it works. Oh man, this thing is heavy. Okay, so very similar to the other one. It's just gonna be about 2 inches more narrow and more bulky, but let me open this one up. So as you can see, it looks pretty much exactly the same, except that on this side, you actually don't have that whole mesh zipper lining stuff, right? So a little bit different, but let me actually show you guys how the expandable thing works because it is super cool. And if you guys are on a lot of international flights and you want to carry on your luggage, some of them are not going to accept the Continental size. The Continental is like for the US carriers, whereas if you're flying internationally, some of them won't actually allow you to carry that on. So this is going to work as carry-on for any flight in the world. That might be something to consider if you're trying to decide between one of these. But if you're flying mostly in the US or you don't really care about like internationally, like carrying on all the time, then the Continental might be better. But this one, a little safer bet because you can carry on. But let me show you guys how this works. So basically here you have these 2 clips. Let me show you guys. And what you're gonna do is you're gonna go like this, get them both out first, okay? And then that, it's gonna clip in. Do the same thing here. Clip back in. And you can see that it's literally expanded in size. And let me close this. So this is actually patented by them, I think. You can see that when it's expanded, it looks kind of like this. So it doesn't look as good, but it still looks pretty cool, right? Like, it just seems like it's been expanded with this like lining here. And the material is like this rough, solid, thick material. So it doesn't seem like it'd be very fragile, so that's good. But yeah, once you do this, it opens it up about, I think, 1.5 inches or 2 inches. So it goes from, like 31 to 33 liters of luggage space. So yeah, pretty cool. Let me bring the other one up just so you guys can see what it looks like. Compared to the Continental size, which does not expand. So yeah, you can see, not sure what you guys prefer. Personally, I prefer this one. I do think it's really, really cool that this one has that expandable thing, but that does add weight to it. It also reduces the volume of, storage size because there's those like big clip thingies. But yeah, this is what it looks like. You can see them side by side. So you can check out the width and put this back down here. So yeah, this is a super cool system, you guys. Not sure how useful it is since I haven't actually taken these out, but just based on what I've seen here, seems really good. I will say like these things here are kind of big, so it does reduce a lot of the volume that you can put, but on this side it's completely flat. So yeah, just to point out, you guys, this is what they both look like with this one not expanded. So you can see that this one has 2 of these like rubber seal things. The Continental size only has 1. Both look really good when they're just like this. But yeah, it's gonna be up to you guys if you need the international size, if you're traveling internationally a lot. But yeah, overall my impressions are that they're extremely pretty. This is the prettiest suitcase I've ever bought. It's super high quality, you guys. And if you compare this to some of the cheaper brands like Away and Monos, those aren't too bad, I'd say. Like this one gets you an extra maybe 10 to 20% quality that those don't have. So you're paying quite a premium for these just for that extra, 10-20% bump in quality. But with this one, you are getting the brand name Tumi. They've been making luggage for what, like 100+ years. And yeah, for me, I just thought the design of this suitcase was really amazing. But if you guys are trying to buy one, I'd say go into the stores, go to Tumi, go to Rimowa, go to whatever other brands you want to check out and actually feel them yourself because it's really based on preference. And with me, I just found that these ones were more like my style. style. I really liked the soft close handles. I think that's what really sold it for me. Yeah, so that's why in the end, I chose to go with these Tumi ones for my aluminum carry-ons. And I went for the big Rimowa polybicarbonate one for my check-in size. So that's about it for this video. Hope you guys found it useful. If you're deciding between these two sizes, go into the stores, try them both out. And yeah, let me know in the comments what you guys think about these two super expensive suitcases. So that's it for this video, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.